Hello Collective, my name is Cheryl and welcome back to Meta Tower Readings. Welcome to all of my new and returning subscribers, and thank you to everyone for your continued likes, your shares, for your support of this channel, but most importantly for your support of these messages from Spirit. That being said, if you are a Virgo, this might be the reading for you. Let's tap into the current energies to see if there is any information or advice that Spirit would like to share with you for your highest good. Okay, Spirit, what messages? Right away. The Hierophant asks to be shown. Gemini energy, but I'm going to pull it back. Let's give the cards a good shuffle. What messages do you have for the sign of Virgo? Okay, Virgos. We have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Discs asking to be shown. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. 2, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy, your element. There's a wish has been granted. Surrounding the finances to do with a home. And at the bottom of the deck, we have a King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, followed by the 8 of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Now, okay, they've asked me to pull it on the table. So Virgo, you've received some type of wish fulfillment when it comes to the finances surrounding a home. Now, and this is going to sound weird, but it appears the problem is this King of Cups. And I'm noticing this King of Cups is holding out an offer towards you, but you're in an 8 of Swords. You feel trapped mentally. You're not sure either what you want to do about this individual or what you want to do about this whole situation is what I'm getting. And I'm looking back at the 10 of Discs. This definitely involves a home, or at the very least the finances involving a home. But it's that 9 of Cups that's throwing me off. Because I do feel that there has been some kind of wish fulfillment that has been granted, but you seem to be in a different headspace about it. 9 of Cups to the 10 of Discs to the King of Cups. And I do feel it has to do with whomever this King of Cups is, male or female. Let's see. What is this wish fulfillment for the sign of Virgo? Okay. We have the Emperor, Aries energy. So when we see the Emperor, of course we know the Emperor is a reflection of the divine masculine. I'm not sure though whether this Emperor is coming in as divine as yet, Virgo. But this wish fulfillment, it was surrounding an Emperor energy. Someone who is older, interesting. Someone who's wiser. This could be a father figure. This could even be a father. Again, only take what resonates. The Emperor is the culmination of all 4 of the kings, right? Pentacles, Cups, Wands, and Swords. So when someone comes in as the Emperor, they're coming in as a divine masculine. But for some reason, I've got a question mark that they've placed in my head about that. It definitely feels though, Virgo, as if you had a wish come true from someone that you respected, maybe even someone that you worked for. This person could even be your boss. Looking at the Emperor to the 10 of Discs. Why is the Emperor here for Virgo? Whoa. 2 cards popped up. We have the 2 of Discs and the 6 of Cups. So this surrounds some type of financial, I wanted to say agreement, but it feels as if it's multitasking, right? And looking at the 6 of Cups, I feel that this emperor energy was multitasking, was juggling their money. There was something that was happening in the past, Virgo, connected to this emperor's money. I also feel it might be also connected to this 10 of discs, this home, or at the very least, this lineage, this foundation. And looking at that King of Cups, I feel that this emperor is also coming in as this distorted King of Cups, Virgo. So this definitely could, if this isn't to do with work, I feel that this is someone who is potentially older than you. Again, only take what resonates, doesn't have to be so. I think this is someone who you attempted to build a home with. You attempted to maybe even build a business with. But things didn't turn out the way that you expected. Looking at this 8 of Swords. And I keep being drawn back to the 2 of Discs. There's an issue with money surrounding this, surrounding this distorted emperor. I always wait for spirit to say it. I've learned never to jump the gun. And it's connected to the past. I feel whomever this distorted emperor is, whatever that energy might mean to you, Virgo, I just heard you feel like you're stuck with them. You feel like you're stuck with them. I feel like this emperor was your wish fulfillment, male or female, at one point in time. But it feels as if, again, looking at this 2 of Discs to the 6 of Cups, this emperor could have been juggling you, or maybe you were juggling this emperor in the past. There it is. Someone was juggling someone. Looking at that 9 of Cups, that could have been selfish wish fulfillment. Whether it's on your part, Virgos, or whether it's on the part of this distorted emperor. Someone was juggling. Either you were juggling the emperor, or the emperor was juggling you, or maybe this emperor was juggling someone else while they were with you, or you were juggling someone else while you were with this emperor. Interesting. Only take what resonates. But this is all connected to the past. 6 of Cups. Because it feels as if that past has come back to bite either you or your person of interest. Again, particularly looking at that 10 of Discs to the King of Cups to the 8 of Swords. You could have moved in with this individual. You could have cohabitated, Virgos, with this individual, male or female. Because looking now at that that distorted King of Cups, the reason why they're holding out that cup to you is because they're trying to convince you to stay. There it is. Whoa. So Virgos, you potentially have a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, someone who is very, very emotional, male or female, that is holding out their cup to you because they don't want you to leave. This is why you're in an 8 of Swords. And look, bottom of the deck, look who wants to show up again. We got the Hierophant. Asked to be placed under the 10 of Discs. I believe that this is someone that you set up a home with. And if you didn't set up a home with them, maybe you were working with them, for them, looking at the Emperor to the 2 of Discs. But I feel that this was someone who you were potentially juggling, who was potentially juggling you. You could have been juggling someone else while dealing with this person, or this person could have been juggling someone else while dealing with you, because that 2 of Discs is significant to the past when it comes to you and this reading. Because whatever occurred within that 2 of Discs to the 6 of Cups with this distorted Emperor, either you moved in with them or they moved in with you, or the 2 of you tried to set up some type of foundation together. 10 of Discs to the Hierophant, you tried to make this a high-level commitment. There it is. You started a high-level commitment with a distorted Emperor. Again, please only take what resonates, but I can't help but notice they're making it clear whomever it was that you connected yourself to. And again, I'm looking at this individual's white beard. This definitely could have been someone who was older than you, who was more established than you, which is why that 10 of Discs and that Hierophant energy is so important. But I also feel it was someone that was juggling, maybe you were juggling them in the past, or they were juggling someone to be with you, or you were juggling someone to be with them, particularly if there is, I just heard it, an age gap. There could be a significant age gap between you and your person of interest, because I keep being drawn, again, to the whiteness of the beard, right, on this Emperor. And I just heard the emotional stability within this King of Cups that this distorted Emperor now finds themselves in. Because I just heard, because you're leaving. Wow, can't make it up. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. You're trying to leap from troubled waters into calmer waters. You're trying to get away from who has now become a distorted King of Cups. Whatever that selfish wish fulfillment is or was, and they are saying it was selfish. I don't believe it was something that you were supposed to have or this individual was supposed to have. Again, only take the energy however it resonates. But in order to have those wish fulfillments, and there's 9 cups, so I'm not even sure if you were the only option that this distorted Emperor was exercising, or maybe this distorted Emperor wasn't the only option that you were exercising, right, Virgo? Again, you only take what resonates. But someone has been called out for multitasking, for juggling. No, it's not even multitasking. They're being put back here is juggling. They were juggling finances. They were juggling responsibilities in order to be with you. Or you were doing this with this distorted Emperor who's now coming in as a distorted King of Cups. Because you're trying to leave. And you feel trapped because they don't want you to go. They don't want you to go. You're ready to take that leap of faith to move into the next chapter of your life. This distorted Emperor and this distorted King of Cups, they're like, no way. And I'm also going to say this to you, Virgo, because they're bringing me back to that 9 of Cups. And again, that message that someone, whether it was you, whether it was this distorted Emperor, you were either juggling each other or juggling other people. I've just been told that this King of Cups can also be considered as another energy that is connected to you, that is connected to this karmic Emperor. So in your reading, Virgo, again, do not try to make anything fit. Not only are you dealing with a distorted Emperor, you're also dealing with a distorted King of Cups. And for some of you, you are dealing with a distorted Emperor who is also a distorted King of Cups, because they're absolutely in their feels. They feel at a complete loss in preventing you from moving on with this 8 of Swords energy. So you quite potentially, Virgo, have 2 different energies that are clamoring, want your attention, definitely want to stay committed to you financially. 10 of this to the 2 of this. I definitely feel that there is an age gap with one of the energies, looking at that distorted Emperor and looking at that King of Cups. This could be an energy that's younger than this Emperor that you are involved in, because he is coming in under Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, the emotions. And looking at that 9 of Cups, I feel that this individual is also quite potentially an option for you. And this is again, Virgo, while you're stuck in that 8 of Swords. You don't know what to do. You don't know which way to turn. One thing is definitely clear, though, looking at the 6 of Swords to that distorted Emperor, you want your freedom from that energy. You want your freedom from this distorted Emperor who's also coming in as a distorted King of Cups. And for some of you, you feel trapped between a distorted Emperor and a distorted King of Cups. And I am feeling for a lot of you Virgos out there, there is a big age difference between these 2 individuals as separate energies, and a big age difference between you and this distorted Emperor that's coming in as this distorted King of Cups. Yeah, bottom of the deck we have the Wheel of Fortune asking to be placed underneath the 8 of Swords, represented by the 4 fixed signs, right? Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. There is nothing moving right now. 8 of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune. There's nothing moving right now. It feels as if, Virgos, you're just trying to figure out what to do. I don't sense panic per se. I don't think this is something that you are arguing or fighting about. I kind of feel like you're kind of just sneaking off quietly to be on your own, to kind of figure things out in your own head. And I do feel that this is why we've got that King of Cups, that lower vibrational King of Cups energy coming through, because no one's quite sure what you're going to do about this. There it is. You've got a distorted Emperor, an older energy on one side. You've got a distorted King of Cups on another side, a younger energy. This individual could even be closer to your age or vice versa. Again, only take what resonates. But both of these energies feel as if you have them in an 8 of Swords. And that distorted Emperor, as that distorted King of Cups, also feels the same way. You've got them, and they don't know what to do about it. The wheel of karma has stopped turning. There is absolutely no movement. Everyone feels stuck. Is there anything else Virgo should know? As far as you're concerned, you're single. 9 of Pentacles here. More earth energy, right? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Right underneath the 6 of Swords. You consider yourself to be single, no matter what these 2 individuals, male or female, or this one distorted Emperor, male or female, have to say about it. Emotionally, you've already left, right? Emotionally, you've already left. It almost feels, Virgo, like you got bored with this distorted Emperor. You got bored with this distorted King of Cups, because again, I'm not feeling anger or frustration or, you know, those energies that normally come up in readings that are similar to these. No, you're just trying to figure out mentally how you're going to get yourself out of a difficult situation, because honestly, I don't think you want to be with either of them. Show me the Wheel of Fortune, please. We got the 4 of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy underneath the Wheel of Fortune. Looking at the 9 of Discs to the 4 of Wands, you want to go off and live on your own. Like, you're ready to go off and start again, but it feels as if you're very much ready to do it as a single man or woman, not connected to this distorted Emperor and King of Cups, or if it's that one energy combined, Wheel of Fortune to the 6 of Swords to the 9 of Discs to the 4 of Wands. You want out. You want this situation settled. You want it over. But again, I feel like you're being slightly sneaky about it. You might call it being discreet, but the energy that I'm feeling is you're being sneaky about it, because you're not being fully on the up and up with either this distorted Emperor or this distorted King of Cups, which is why they're both distorted and coming in their fields. But as I look at that 9 of Cups, I also feel that they recognize that that's part of, I hope this makes sense, that's part of their karma, that's part of their blowback, because I honestly believe these 2 energies, this distorted Emperor and this King of Cups, they started out as an option to you within this 9 of Cups. That's selfish wish fulfillment. And again, switch the energies however it resonates. Maybe this is what your person of interest did to you. But through exercising all of those options, through the juggling that was going on with people and with finances in the past, right, where you willingly were accepting cups, Virgo, from other people, whether they were connected to others or not. And again, flip the energies however it resonates, okay? If this isn't you and you know it's your person of interest, or if you are just not resonating with this, then let it go. But for those Virgos that know exactly what I'm talking about, I'm looking at that Eight of Swords, mentally you're just like, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to get away from what were previously my choices within this Nine of Cups, right? Part of that wish fulfillment. It just feels as if you've drank deeply from both cups and you just don't want any more. And I honestly feel, Virgo Collective, look at this, that these individuals know it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. We have Capricorn energy. There's a very heavy energy of obsession, right? Obsession when it comes to you, or maybe you are obsessed with these individuals. And I'm looking at that Nine of Cups. There might have been things that took place, you know, consenting adults with this distorted Emperor, with this King of Cups. You know, I won't lie, there is definitely the energy of polyamory here. There is definitely the energy of someone who is conducting open relationships. Again, looking at the Nine of Cups to the Two of Discs, I do feel that either you and or these individuals, either these two separate energies or as one combined energy, you are exercising options with a whole host of other people. And this is another reason why you're in this Eight of Swords, because now you want to leave. I don't think either of these individuals want to let you go. So Virgo, I'm going to leave the reading here for you for today, okay? I don't feel there's any more information that needs to be covered. I am sincerely hoping, okay? Oh, as soon as I said that, they want me to show the Four of Pentacles. So there's an issue with money, Virgo, okay? This is your element. If you notice, there's a key that's sitting on outside that door. All that person has to do is put down the pentacles, pick up the key, open the door and walk out. They've asked me to show the Eight of Swords again. So for some of you Virgos, or for the people that you're dealing with, the issues that they're dealing with also involve money. But again, you know, I feel that there's been a lot of people, maybe yourself included, that has been exercising multiple options that have been exposed within this Seven of Swords energy. There was a lot of sneaking, a lot of deceptiveness that was going on either by you or by your person of interest. Only take the energy however it resonates. But they asked me to show that to you before I closed out this reading. So I really hope wherever you found yourself in this reading, if you found yourself in this reading, you gain some clarity, some wisdom to help you make the decisions that will allow you to continue to move forward. And if this reading just didn't resonate with you, thank you so much for sticking through until the end. Please feel free to let it go, and hopefully the next reading will be the one for you. Sending you all the love and all the light until I see you all again. Be well, Virgo, and take good care of yourself.